Good morning, everybody. We're not in Kananaskis anymore. I drove out to Banff National Park, left Calgary at 4:30 in the morning, arrived at the Lake Louise parking lot at 6:30, and it was full. Alrighty, at 6:30 in the morning, full. So I'm up at the Lake Louise ski resort. Gonna have to get the park and ride up to the Lake Louise area. Not looking forward to that, but what can you do? So obviously I'm not the first person on the trail this morning. Gonna be a busy day, but that's okay. I figured early season on a Thursday would be good, but I guess not. Anyway, boots are on. Get a few things together here and go try to find a bus. Ski resort, very little snow left, a couple patches. Last hike I did up here is that mountain. I forget the name right now, Lipien or something like that. I'll figure out how to get a bus. I see something over here, park and ride. Check this out. Well, change of plans. All the shuttles are booked for the day already. What a crazy place. On a Thursday. Unbelievable. So, gotta figure something else out. Not sure what yet. I'll take a look through my maps and whatnot. Damn. Alright, I'll be back. It's now 7:30. I'm in Vista Lake parking lot. Banff National Park, just south of the Trans-Canada on Highway 93 South. Change of plans. I didn't have a backup. My backup was the park and ride, but that's full, so here we are. I found a quick trail on all trails. Gonna take me to Twin Lakes. There's another lake, Arnica Lake or something like that along the way. What was it, about 18 kilometers, 1,200 meters elevation gain? Fair bit. Well, I'm not the first person in the parking lot. Got the car today, just a day trip, no camping, so don't need the van. Most of these cars look like they're parked here overnight. There's a couple tourists over here taking pictures of the lake from the car, basically. Vista Lake down there. Another little pond down there. Beautiful mountains. A little chilly. It said 6 degrees when I was in Lake Louise, but it's supposed to go up to 20. Anything about this trail. There was one recent review from this week on all trails. Said it was a little bit muddy here and there, and some snow, but nothing that can't be dealt with. But we're gonna give it a go. Looks like a pretty clear trail the whole way, so should be easy to follow. Definitely a lot less people, which is perfect for me. I don't know what I was thinking going to Lake Louise. Oh my. but there's a fire lookout in my book. I got 3 left to finish the first chapter, and it's one of them I have to do to finish the chapter. I guess I'll have to plan ahead and get myself shuttle booked ahead of time. Make better plans for that one. I guess we gotta drop down to Vista Lake, which means we're gonna, at the end of the day, have to climb back up this, but it's pretty gradual. I'll see you down at the lake. Just about down to Vista Lake. I had no plans of hiking today, being that it's Thursday, but they're calling for a ton of rain on Saturday and Sunday, so I figured I'd take today off and work Saturday instead. Enjoy the nice weather versus trying to hike in the rain. So yeah, seems like it's gonna work out pretty good. I read a review yesterday on the hike I plan to do in Lake Louise, and the person said the parking lot was 3/4 full at 6:45. So I figured if I got there at 6:30, I'd be laughing. I guess nicer day than yesterday, maybe, I don't know, but full to the brim. Disappointed, but not surprised. Things are pretty crazy out this way. Very nice. About 1.3 kilometers in and we're at the lake. Very nice. A little breezy, but not too bad. Some wild roses. And from here, we're gonna start going up. Up for quite a ways, I think. And I believe it's gonna be gradual looking at the map and whatnot. The creek flowing out of Vista Lake. And there's a bridge. That's a good thing. Rained here last night, so the trail's a little wet. Especially the bushes on the sides, but I think they're gonna dry out with the sun. Pretty good trail so far, but definitely no one cutting out big logs like this. Gradually going up, getting the blood pumping. I think I gotta take the jacket off. It's pretty easy going. Sunshine and birds singing. Can't go wrong. That's one thing about Banff. Usually you have bridges on maintained trails, so makes life easier. But yeah, it's going pretty well. Just over 2 kilometers in. Jacket's off. Getting a little wet from the bushes, but nothing major. It'll dry out quick. 3.4 kilometers in. Mostly been in the trees. Just came into this little open spot. Some nice views. Little Storm Mountain. Basically hiking up around this way, around the side of it. I think we're going back in the trees for a little while. Probably another 250 meters elevation gain to get up to Arnica Lake, if that's what it's called. Pine Grove Peak. Hard to get a good shot. There we go. Never seen them up close. They're so much bigger than I expected. Hey, bud. You gonna come see me? How you doing? Yeah. Ooh. Pretty bird. Yeah, I've only ever seen pictures and they seem so small. But female in there. More golden color than red. But yeah, only seen them in pictures before, and I always thought they're a smaller bird, but a little bigger than a robin. Making pretty sounds as they fly around me. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Anyway, still going up to the trees. Little spots opening up here and there, giving the mountain view or two. Shouldn't be much longer. Open up a bit more, I think. About 4.25 kilometers in. Finally up to a high point and going down a little bit. Oh! So a nice stream off to the side there. Really nice. Oh, we're at a lake. This must be, I'm calling it Arnica Lake. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. This is just freaking awesome. Wow. Totally worth it. Look at that water. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna check my map out and see where we're at. I'll be back. I don't know. It's not even on my map. But right up my alley. I love taking photos and I love mirrored shots. And I just got a few really nice ones. So imagine, that's not even on the map. I can only imagine the other lakes are gonna be nicer. I never heard of Twin Lakes before. Definitely heard of Arnica Lake. When I had thought about doing in the fall, there's a lot of larch trees up here, which the needles turn golden yellow in the fall. So it'd be a really nice fall hike, but oh well, we're doing it today, I guess. That wasn't too bad. A couple of little switchbacks up through the trees from that unknown lake. And it flattens off. And we're coming to Arnica Lake. 5 kilometers in. Not bad at all. You know, a lot of people will probably turn around here. But I'm going to continue on. Good all day. Oh yeah. Let's zoom out here a bit. Very nice, very nice. Honestly, that other little lake was a little bit nicer, really. Huh. But yeah, next I gotta mosey around the lake and up over that. I think that's the high point for the day, and then I start going back down to the Twin Lakes. Which isn't always fun. Gotta come back up, of course. Yeah, I'll snap a couple photos here and head up that way. Just leaving the lake back there. Got a sign here, Twin Lakes that way. That's where we're going. And then back to the parking lot the other way. Nice old sign over here. Love the old signs. Upper Twin Lakes, 2 3/4 miles. And someone scratched out for kilometers, but yeah, whatever it is. I'm thinking miles, but. And there's a little turn over here. Beautiful. Wow. Very nice. Still no people, but I assume they're up there. There's a campground up here, backcountry campground. They probably hiked in last night. Awesome. Spruce grouse just flew up off the trail and scared the shit out of me. Up into the tree, as they do. Hey, buddy. A couple videos back, I had a great video of a grouse. I thought it was a spruce grouse, but it's actually a dusky grouse. They got the same red marking over their eyelid, but the dusky grouse is the one with the big red spot on its throat. That makes that noise. Same noise. We're at the high spot now for the day, about 2,250 meters above sea level. And we're going to continue down to Twin Lakes. I think we got to lose 250 meters, which isn't too bad. Pretty gradual by the looks of it. Hiking for just over 2 hours, just under 6 kilometers. Stop and get some energy going. I got some cheese tea biscuits from Tim Hortons. They're not the freshest. When you go to Tim Hortons at 4:30 in the morning, you get yesterday's cheese tea biscuits, I guess. But better than nothing. Chilly up here. Just back there's some frozen mud from overnight. I mean, the higher you go, usually it gets chillier, right? Sun's just starting to hit some spots, so Definitely warming up with the sun. Supposed to go up to 20. But that nice cool air is good for hiking up. But I need my coat while I'm sitting around. Be back soon. It's coming down off the ridge. Nice little walk through the forest. A little swampy here and there, but got my boots on. Not worried. Yeah, it's supposed to be only about another 2 kilometers to the end of the second lake, Twin Lake. But first I should come to I believe the campground in the first lake, so, which would be Upper Twin Lake. I'll probably check in back there, which probably isn't far away. Well, there it is. Just joking. It's right over here and much nicer. Wow. I believe this is Lower Twin Lakes. Or no, sorry, this is Upper Twin Lakes. And we'll be going down a little bit more to the lower lake. That way somewhere. Haven't seen the campground yet. It must be over in the trees there. Definitely marshy area, but gotta come out here for a picture. Isn't that something? Gotta do a little rock hopping to get across the outlet. Pretty easy. No need to get wet. Beauty. Just over here is the campground, I believe. So a picnic table. Nice big picnic table. Bear bins. Lock your food up. Keep you safe from the bears. Oh yeah, there's someone here. Outhouse back in there. Yeah, we'll continue on. Don't want to wake anybody up. If they already didn't hear me yelling at the bears down through the woods. Fancy bridge. The outflow of Lower Lake. Just about there. We are here. That's just beautiful. Gibson Peak. Back there. Beautiful waterfall. Flowing down into Lower Twins Lake. Wow. A little breezy. Pretty much at the end of the trail. Back that way to get back to the car. Well worth it. Everything happens for a reason. You know, this morning I couldn't make it up where I was going to hike in Lake Louise, and maybe it's for the best because I probably wouldn't have enjoyed myself with all the people. And I'm totally enjoying myself so far. Haven't seen anybody. Just as I left the campsite back there, somebody came out and clapped their hands. They must have heard me and thought I was an animal. But I let them know I was human. But yeah, this is just gorgeous. I can't complain. Water, eh? Chilly though. Wouldn't want to go for a swim today. Magnificent. Okay, I'm gonna chill out for a minute. Heading back along the lake. Pretty much the wettest spot of the trail is along the lake here to the waterfall view. Be hard to get over here without getting your feet wet, unless you got some good boots. Mine are covered in mud, but toasty dry in there. I was just sitting back there taking a break. I was looking at Gibson Pass. I mean, it's right there, seems right there on the map. And then there's a little peak called Gibson Pass Peak. But I think I'd have to add at least 500 meters elevation and probably 5-6K round trip back to here. It's already a pretty long day. So I think I'm gonna pass this time, unfortunately. Pass on the pass. Gibson Pass Trail. Oh well. Head back across the bridge. Start climbing up to the upper lake. Making my way back to the car. And that is beautiful. I'm back at the upper lake. Just past the campground. Saw a few of the people. They are up and about now. Apologize if I woke them. Oh yeah, what a beautiful morning to be awake. Why wouldn't you want to be awake, right? I got some more people coming this way. Oh yeah, I'm just chilling on this nice little rock here in the middle of the creek. Just saw a little tiny fish swim by. Oh, pupper dog. That's it for the Twin Lakes. Back up to Arnica. Yeah, it's just sitting in the creek there, and two ladies just hiked up through. They came all the way from Montana. I'll tell you what, I like asking people where they're from when I'm hiking in Banff. I have people from all over the world. A lot of the US, but France, Australia, everywhere. It's pretty cool. Definitely worth coming to see. Just passed some Parks Canada trail workers down there. First time seeing anything like that on a trail. There's a chainsaw. I'm like, who the hell has a chainsaw out here? So it there was many trees on the way, but the few that I did climb over should be gone. Thank you, park workers. That's awesome. I'm back at the rock where I took my first break, just above Arnica Lake. I should ask the trail workers the proper pronunciation. Good little hike up out of there. Got some sweat flowing. But if you look across there, that's Gibson Pass. That's where I would have hiked up to, above the lakes. I think I'm glad I didn't now. Anyway, see a little trail going over that way. I think I'm gonna hit it. I think it's gonna give me a good look of the Arnica Lake. I'll check back. Yep. It was short and sweet, but all uphill. Castle Mountain across the way. Summit up there. I was up there a few years ago. It's a long one, 28 kilometers. Can't remember, 1,500, 1,700 meters elevation. Long day. Arnica Lake. Beautiful. There's a waterfall way down there. And my car, I don't think you can see it, but it's kind of right in there somewhere. A little ways to go. But back on the same trail, so only should get easier. A lot of snow up here still. Melting away. But yeah, trail should only get easier since the trail crew is through. Wow. I just came over the other side and you can see the Gibson Pass, the Twin Lakes. You know, it took me like 5 minutes to get up here off a little side trail. Always worth checking out if you got the time and energy. That's freaking awesome, the two different color lakes. Wow. All the snowy capped mountains. Whew. Well, yeah, looking at that, I'm glad I didn't do Gibson Pass today. Yeah. Head back down, I guess. Probably won't film a whole lot on the way down since I got most of it on the way up. Anything interesting comes along though, I'll get you back out. One last look. Nice. Well, it doesn't get much more Canadian than this. Sitting at a beautiful alpine lake in the Canadian Rockies, eating Canadian Hawkins cheesies. Some good. Well, I'm back at the van. That last kilometer up, last kilometer and a bit, it goes up. It says only 100 meters, it felt like 500. But whatever, I've been sitting here with the AC on. One nice thing about driving the car, I get AC, no AC in the van, but cold drinks in the van, trade off. So yeah, my phone died just a little ways back. Looks like I gotta bring my power pack with me if I'm gonna be recording this much. But yeah, not bad. I figure 19 kilometers, 1,200 meters elevation gain. Most I've done so far this year, so good day, good day. No wildlife, I mean, no furry friends. Saw lots of birds, some fish. But yeah, no, not even a squirrel or nothing, so whatever. Awesome. Like I say, I'm just glad I got out to enjoy the day, and now I can work on Saturday when it's raining. And I got a 2-hour drive home, so I should get going. Once again, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be back around next weekend if the weather holds out good. Literally right in front of me. Can almost reach down and grab them.